Hey, it's Emily and welcome to a brand new reading vlog. So this reading vlog is going to have a theme, as you may have guessed from the title. It's all going to be based around like boats and thrillers on boats. I have 4 books in mind that I would like to read. I don't know if I'll read all 4. I'd like to read at least 3 of them, but they're all thrillers or mysteries set on boats. This is because today I'm going to the Isle of Wight. I am going on a boat. I just thought I would read boat thrillers while I go away to the Isle of Wight. I do have 2 trips to the Isle of Wight planned this month, so I might span this vlog over both trips. For the second trip is the regatta week for the little village that my family's from, so I'm planning to go to that. Go watch some of the fun events. There's sailing events, fun events in the evening like tug of war. It ends on a firework display. It's one of my favourite things to do and I haven't been the last couple of years, so I would really love to go to that this year. But let's talk about the books I'll be taking on my little trip. First one that I want to read is No Escape by Lucy Clarke. This is a thriller set on a yacht. I want to say in Thailand, no, in the Philippines, sorry, the Philippines. A lot of these are set on yachts. This is set on a sailing yacht through the Philippines, and I think there's just some secrets that get revealed and it just goes from there. I don't really know what happens. A secret yacht, a tide of lies, a 1 killer holiday. So that's the first book on my TBR for this kind of boat-based vlog. Then we have another book that's quite chunky. I would like to read it, but we'll see. And that is The Last Passenger by Will Dean. This is a bit of a darker thriller, I want to say, maybe. So this is actually set on a cruise ship where someone, I can't remember her name, Kaz, she wakes up and she's literally the only person on the boat. Like, she's on her own. There's no crew, there's no passengers, it's just her. And it says, that's just the beginning. Kaz must prepare for a crossing that will be anything but plain sailing. I've heard really good things about this. There's like twist after twist after twist, like it's crazy. So I'm really intrigued to read it. It appears to have really short chapters, like there's 134 chapters in this book. So hopefully it'll be quite fast paced. So that is an option. Another option I have is The Crew, which is set on a super yacht, I believe, and it's kind of like Below Deck, but like with murder. Oh, it does say an absolute must read for Below Deck fans. The chance of a lifetime, a one-way ticket to her death. So this, I believe, follows Ella. She has been working on this yacht for years, and last year there was a bit of a tragedy. One of the deckhands died in an accident, but when she goes back for the next summer, I think she realises that it wasn't an accident and there might be someone among them that is actually a killer. So yeah, that's another one. And then the last one I have is on my Kindle. I got it on NetGalley, and that is called Murder Below Deck, which is more of a like mystery as opposed to a thriller. This, it turns out, I think is actually the second in a series, but they're like interconnected standalones really. Like it's just follows, I think, one character. I think it follows a chef, because I think the series was called like Chef Someone Investigates. This is by Orlando Marin. I'm trying to see if on the NetGalley arc if there's a description, but I think it is literally just like a murder mystery on a super yacht, and the chef on the boat investigates. But yeah, I'm intrigued. I'll probably pick this up at some point. I mean, it's on my NetGalley, so I need to read it eventually. But yeah, those are the kind of 4 books I'm going to be planning to read, or at least some of them, across this vlog. But yeah, I'm excited. There's definitely a colour scheme going on with these spines. But yeah, I thought I would take you along on my little boat trips for my sailing regatta week, and yeah, read some boat-based mysteries and thrillers. So hope you enjoy. Bit of a random vlog, I know, but yeah, thought you would enjoy it. I have no idea what I'm going to read first, but I'll check in with you when I've made a decision and I've started these books on my little boat trip to the Isle of Wight.
Yeah, my alarm's been triggered.
Hello, so I have read a fair bit of No Escape by Lucy Clarke. This was previously published as The Blue, and The Blue is the name of the boat, like the sailing yacht. So at the minute I'm up to chapter 15, which is page 154, so I'm nearly halfway through it. It's okay. I would say it took me ages to get that into it. Like, it feels like I sit down and read for ages and ages and ages, and I look and it's like 10 pages later. It just feels like it's just taking forever to get through. It's got two timelines, like a then and now kind of situation. I would say I'm more interested in the now, which is kind of the smaller, like proportion wise there's less of the now and more of the then. The then is when our main character Lana was on the sailing yacht with her friend Kitty and the crew, and just like getting to know the people and like finding out they have secrets. We don't actually know anyone's secret yet, but I've guessed one and we're gonna find out more soon, I know. But the now timeline, Lana, we don't know why, but Lana left the boat early and has been living in New Zealand, which is where the boat was going, and she finds out that the boat has capsized and sunk. There's a body which turns out to be one of the crew. I've just found out who, but I'm not convinced it's the person that they've just told us it is. I think it's going to be I think that's going to be a twist. It is making me really want to go out on a boat, like, despite the kind of whole premise of this book and, you know, a dead body and capsizing and people having secrets and like the crew being kind of dodgy and not knowing much about them, it's still making me really want to go on a sailing yacht and just go out on the sea. I love being on the sea, or just like being on water, like lakes and that as well. So it's really making me want to go sailing. But I am gonna keep reading, keep listening. There was a point for quite a while I wanted to DNF. I want to say the first like 60-70 pages I wanted to give it up, but I'm glad I'm pushing through. It's definitely, the pace is picking up a bit now that we're learning more about the past. I think a secret is about to be revealed, judging by how it's kind of like set up. In the present timeline, she keeps hinting to this like 1 week sailing trip, and in this past timeline we're now getting to that trip. I hope that's making sense. But yeah, I'm intrigued. I might go sit outside and read for a bit, or just relax. It's so nice and chill here. Like, I keep looking out the window because I do have like a view out to the water and it's just stunning. I just love being by the beach and being by the sea. And definitely after, you know, growing up by the beach, going on boats and stuff. So not like boats like yachts, but like going on the ferries and stuff and catamarans. I don't know, I just love it. I love it. So it's really getting the right boat beachy feels. In terms of the actual plot and story though, it's lacking a little bit for me. I don't really feel attached to any of the characters, even our own character. There was a bit of a romance side plot, and I'm not sure I even like feel the chemistry or the attraction, like the connection between those two characters. Like, it was just like the logical option as opposed to a romantic attraction or sexual attraction. I'm gonna keep reading and I'll check in with you when I have more to say. And yeah, I might go down to the beach at least tomorrow morning and just sit by the yacht club and just read by that beach and yeah, have some fun and keep reading. But for now, I'm just gonna keep reading tonight and yeah, let you know if anything else develops. I keep thinking that I'm getting through this book at a solid pace and it's like, it's taking me forever to read. I don't understand, because I also have the audiobook on BookBeat, so when I'm just listening to the audiobook as well, when I've put the physical book down, I'm like, oh, I bet I've listened to like 20 pages worth. No, only 8. But yeah, it is my dream to go like sailing around the Greek islands, and this is really making me want to do that now. But yeah, that's my little update, and I'll check in with you when I have more to say. So it's now the evening and I've managed to get quite a bit further through No Escape. I'm going in waves of enjoying it. I'm really intrigued by the now timeline. That's currently like my favourite timeline. I am enjoying the then timeline, but it's just nothing like surprising, or I don't think it's as thrilling as it's meant to be or like intended to be. I'm up to chapter 9, which is page 280, so I've got about 100 pages left. I'm going to read a little bit more tonight, but not for much longer. Finish this off tomorrow. It does feel like this book is just like never ending. But I am intrigued to see how it comes together now with the 2 different timelines and the drama that's going to go down. But yeah, still loving the boat vibes. It's a little bit scary now because I haven't seen land in quite a long time, and I don't know if that part's for me. I quite like to go like island hopping, but I don't want to be like completely in the middle of the sea. Like for a week with no sight of land. That's kind of scary to me. But yeah, more secrets are kind of getting revealed. We're learning more about the characters. There's suspicious things going on and tensions are high. Something happened on the yacht in the then timeline. It's causing a lot of tension among the crew on the boat, so yeah, it's all kind of like kicking off. If it wasn't so late in the evening, I would sit out and read this, but I don't think I have another 100 pages in me today, which is a shame, but I'm sure I'll finish it tomorrow morning. It's getting better. I'd say at the minute it's like a 3.5. We'll see how the ending goes and what reveals happen and what twists and turns it takes. But yeah, I am very intrigued to see how it all wraps up. So yeah, it's getting better. It's getting better. So yeah, that's my little update this evening, and I'm gonna head to bed, and I'll chat to you tomorrow, probably when I finish this and start my next boat-based book. 3 B's. So it's the next day, and I have sat and finished No Escape this morning by Lucy Clarke, and actually it really grew on me. It really grew on me. I think I'm going to give it 4 stars because while I would say the last bit felt like a 4.5, I can't deny the fact that like there was a chunk of it at the start where I really struggled and even considered DNFing. I wouldn't describe this necessarily as a thriller. I mean, if I had to put it into a category, it probably would be thriller, but it wasn't necessarily thrilling. And I don't think it was meant to be. That's not a complaint at all. I actually really appreciated how realistic it actually felt and the way things are handled. It wasn't like crazy twists and turns, and it was quite refreshing to have something that felt so realistic. I have to say, I did actually really love the epilogue. I thought that was done really well. Like, that's probably my favourite part of the whole book, was that like 4-page epilogue. It really added to the story. Like, I know sometimes in epilogues, like it's like, oh, 2 months later, and it doesn't really add much, like, or it's the last opportunity to add a big twist. I mean, there was a kind of twist. I don't know, it wasn't like a oh my god. Oh, my mum's ringing me. I can't remember what I was saying. My mum's out on a dog walk and called me. But yeah, the epilogue was done really well. The epilogue, I don't know how to say anything without spoiling, but it was kind of like a moment that's probably like this far through. It kind of went back to that moment, and you kind of got someone else's perspective of that moment, and it's done really well. It really grew on me, and I just liked how it didn't feel over dramatic. It didn't feel like there were things chucked in for thrill purposes or like to raise the tensions. Like, it all did feel really realistic, and how you would react in a situation where if you were stuck on a yacht on a passage for like a week and a bit. The way it all wrapped up as an ending, it was satisfying, but not like an easy way out kind of ending. Like, I really enjoyed the ending, and yeah, if it was just based on like the last like third, it probably definitely would have got a higher rating. I gave it 4 in the end just because it took me a while to get into it, but really enjoyed it. I haven't read any more from Lucy Clarke, but I don't know, it just made me want to go on a boat. I just loved that it was just kind of like drama. It wasn't like a thriller. I mean, it does literally open. A body floats, unseeing eyes fixed on the brooding sky. A pair of cotton shorts have darkened, pockets gulping with water. A shirt billows, then clings to the unmoving chest. The streak of blood across the right temple has washed away now, leaving the skin clear and greying. So you know that there is some sort of body that plays a part into this, and I really like that you kind of knew that, but then you didn't know how the context, whatever, the epilogue plays into part with that, and I thought that was really good. But yeah, it just really makes you want to go sailing. Like, I just want to be on a boat. So I think I am going to start The Crew next, which is a super yacht thriller. I've already taken it downstairs, otherwise I will show you, but I'm just in the mood for more boats, you know. And I love reading it here, looking out at the sea. I might go down to the beach at one point and just sit and read. I don't know how much I'll actually get read today because my cousins are now arriving and we're going out for a meal, and I'll be with them for the next couple of days. But I don't know, I really did enjoy this. At first I thought I was going to like DNF or like give it a really low rating. I just couldn't get into it. But after a certain point, I just wanted to read it. I kept thinking about reading it. The settings were all beautiful. I really liked how everything came together and the turnout of all the different characters, because you really get to know these like 6. Oh, well, you got your main character and 6 other crew members on the boat. Just their like way of life, and yeah, really interesting like mindset that they have. But yeah, I think I do recommend this if you don't mind reading situations where you're kind of stuck, because obviously you're stuck on the boat for a long period of time. It's very different from The Yacht that I read, which was kind of about like a girl drifting on a boat by herself, completely isolated, whereas this is like you're actually sailing. They are making progress and you're not on your own. It's just the fact that there's no land in this passage. So if you don't like that, then maybe it's not for you, because a large portion of this book is set across a passage. But I really liked the now timelines, the then timelines. I really liked how they came together at the end, and yeah, very interesting read, so highly recommend. But I'm going to go read The Crew now, I think, and check in with you at a later point. Apologies for the awful angle. I'm staying in another house tonight. In terms of reading, guys, I'm just not into it right now. I started The Crew. I'm up to chapter 4 now, which is page 28. So it's been 2 days of reading this, and I've got to page 28. Not safe to say I'm not loving it already. Yesterday was busy though, and I ended up writing a lot. I'm really just in like the writing mood at the minute. So I'm trying to keep that going while it's flowing. And we've done a lot, like I've been swimming in the sea and just being with like my cousins and family, and yeah, it's been nice. I've been busy. I just haven't, in the like down moments, I haven't wanted to read. I don't know whether it's because of this book or not. I don't know. I'm not sure I'm quite gelling with the writing style at the minute, but I'm going to keep going because I don't want to just DNF after 28 pages. But I'm hoping to go for a swim in about like an hour and a half or something. So I've got some time now that I can sit, read, write, whatever. But I'm just fully like in the writing mood and I don't want to stop, so. But last night I sat and wrote for ages. Or what I thought was ages, it wasn't that long. And I thought I'd written loads. But I'd only written like 300 words at that point. I ended up writing 643 words last night, so not too bad. But yeah, it's now 11 o'clock, so I'm going to go back over to the other house and chill, eat, write, read, whatever, before going swimming. So yeah. I hate to say it, unfortunately, guys, I'm coming to you like a week after I last spoke to you. And I am going to DNF The Crew. For a while I was like, oh, maybe it's just like not the right time, not ideal to read like boat books back to back, I don't know. But I read 28 pages and then couldn't get past that point. I really couldn't get past that point for a week, and I've read 2 other books in the meantime. Tonight I've sat down to read, I've taken the bookmark out already. Technically I got to page 37, which is chapter 5. However, I didn't actually read and much of the last like 2 or 3 pages. I literally just read the dialogue, and then when it had like 2 pages of no dialogue, I literally read like 5 sentences across those pages. I'm not necessarily gelling with the writing style. I'm finding the characters kind of irritating. I thought these 2 characters already got along, and then they were bickering, and now they're besties again, and that's already in like 28, it's like 30 something pages. I don't think I'm going to pick it up again. I even looked to see if there was an audiobook to listen to, and there isn't. Nowhere. Nowhere is an audiobook for this. I was even going to get it on Audible, like buy it, but I can't source it. Unfortunately, yeah, I just can't get into it. And I really don't care. I don't necessarily like how it's written. I don't know how to describe it. Like, I don't know if it's just because I'm skimming and not taking much in for those last like 5 pages. Like, I found the prologue interesting, but it's kind of just nothing's gripped me since, and it's meant to be like a mystery, like who killed Ashley, like why did Ashley die. Ashley is, I think she was actually in the interior team. I don't really know how it happened, but she was out of the boat and they found her the next morning. Like, she just didn't show up to work, and everyone's like, where's Ashley? And they found her hanging off the side of the boat, like her neck caught in the anchor chain, and she was like, it was supposedly a big accident, and it's like set a year later. The crew all coming back to the same boat, same captain, and they're all like, this is not good. Like, too many memories are coming back, too many flashbacks, too many gory things are coming back. But the captain's like, no, I wanted the team to be together, we're going to get through it together. But I don't know, everyone just seems to, I don't know, I just don't really like it already. I just know I'm not going to enjoy it. And I think it's just best to put it down. I know I only gave it 37 pages. Normally I like to get to at least page 100 before DNFing. Like, I look at this book and I think it's holding me back. Like, I don't want to start another book because I'm reading this one. I think I just need to let it go. You know, you just need to like let things loose and then you feel like the weight's lifted off your shoulders. Like, this book felt like a weight on my shoulders. However, nothing really about this is making me want to pick it up, sadly. Like, I haven't picked it up in a week and I've read like 5 pages and I'm already like, ugh, stop. Like, I want to put it down. So unfortunately, I'm going to let go of the crew. As you may notice, I am obviously not on the Isle of Wight anymore. However, I was going to say tomorrow. It's not tomorrow. In 2 days' time, I'm going back to the Isle of Wight, so I'm going to read my 3rd and final book for this vlog then. So I think I'm going to give myself a day's break tomorrow, and then on Wednesday I will probably start, I'm thinking, The Last Passenger. I think that's just what's calling out to me more at the minute out of my like boat options. It'll be something different. It's set on a cruise ship and I'm going back to the island for regatta week, so I'm so excited. I'm unfortunately missing some of the sailing competition because that's tomorrow. It's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I'm going on the Wednesday. But there are some fun events in the evening. There's an event called the Greasy Pole, which is pretty much self-explanatory. It's a long greasy pole stuck out from like the dock, and you have to like slide on it as far as possible, and then the furthest wins on the slippy pole out, and you like fall into the sea. There's diving, I think, Wednesday, and then Friday's got the big fireworks display at the end. There's some other like events during the day, like there's like beach races and things like that, so hopefully I'll get to take part, well, not take part, I don't ever take part, but watch some of the regatta week events while I'm there, and yeah, read another boat book. But yeah, I thought I would give you a little update because it has been like over a week since I last spoke to you. I can't keep away from the island. Hopefully I'll also be swimming in the sea as well. I love swimming in the sea. Like, I absolutely love it. I'm such a water girly. I don't know if anyone else finds it, but especially in the sea where you're more buoyant because of all the salt, I find it so relaxing just going out and like swimming. So like, you can't touch anything, can't touch the ground, you just swim out, and I found that so peaceful. I went last week a couple of times by myself and it was just so lovely. Like, my dad was on the beach because he didn't want me to drown and like nobody know me, so he accompanied me to the beach. But in terms of swimming, it's just so peaceful, just going out and just being in water, just hearing the water, and just, yeah, feeling so light and buoyant. I don't know, I love it. But yes, basically like 6 minutes later I'm gonna DNF the crew, unfortunately, but I'll check back in with you probably Wednesday when I start The Last Passenger.
You're chilling in the rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. My appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh,
Hello, so it has been a while since I've spoken to you guys, and I am now currently nearly halfway through The Last Passenger. I realised I didn't do any sit down updates when I was on the Isle of Wight at all for the second time. I just had such a lovely time, like just jumping into the regatta activities, or like just going to the events and watching and going out and doing things with my family, which we don't tend to do much anymore. I feel like because we just grew up going to Isle of Wight and doing things, that when we go now we just sit and go down to the beach and swim, or just like chilling as a family and just doing certain like activities because we've done it all. Whereas this trip we just crammed so much in, like going to Bembridge lifeboat station, going to Culver Down, just like places that we went to when we were younger but haven't been to in a while. Obviously the regatta events took up a lot of the week as well, so I didn't really read much of The Last Passenger and just didn't do a sit down update. I'm so sorry, but I am sitting down and reading quite a lot of it tonight. I want to potentially read another 100 pages tonight, we'll see how that goes, but I'm currently on page 201 out of like 480, so if I can get to like the 300 page mark, that will set me up fantastically for tomorrow. This jumps straight in, like I think it was like 5-6 pages in that we find out that everyone has left the ship, like she can't find anyone, she's woken up, she's on her own. So this follows Kaz, and she goes on a cruise ship with her boyfriend. They go for a nice meal on the first day, they go to bed and she wakes up and there's like no one on the boat. There's no one on the boat. So she goes hunting, all the like cabins are empty, doors are like sealed. It's just a bit eerie and really confusing, and they're still like ploughing on through the ocean. The bridge is abandoned, it's on like autopilot, and it goes from there. I don't really want to say much else because there's kind of like so many different like twists and like things happen so quickly. It's very, I was gonna say fast paced. There's been a twist recently that's not like a oh my god twist, but it's like a you didn't really see it coming. I'll be like, whoa, okay, that's not what I expected was happening. Like it kind of got revealed as to what they're doing, I guess, and why there's no one else on the boat. But yeah, like I said, like the chapters are so short, they're like 3 pages each, and I'm just having a fun time. It's very quick and easy, and now that that twist that I just mentioned, now that that's happened, I'm feeling differently about it, in the sense of it was quite tense and suspenseful and like stressful almost reading it. Like you felt her panic when she was searching for everyone on the boat. However, now that this twist has happened, I don't know, I almost feel a bit more relieved, like, and I'm like, this could get fun, like this could get fun and messy. So I'm really intrigued to see where it goes next. So yeah, like I said, I'm on chapter 44, page 201. I'm gonna sit and read. It's quite late tonight already, as my parents had some friends over and I ended up spending the evening with them as well. More time than I thought I would. I thought I'd just have the dinner and go upstairs, but it's like 10 o'clock now already, so there we go. But yeah, I'm going to continue reading this and I'll hopefully give you an update at some point soon. I haven't forgotten this vlog, don't worry, as I did want this vlog to actually go up on Monday, so we'll see how that goes. Don't know if I have any time to get this up on Monday, but I'll do my best. I'll do my very best. Yeah, I am really enjoying it. I just need to sit down and read it because it's quite a chunky book. It's quite a chunky book for a thriller. Like not many thrillers are 500 pages. So there we go. I'll leave you there. That's my little update. It's hard to talk about this book without giving any spoilers because like the twists or reveals, like they start quite early. There's not much build up to the whole like, where is everyone? Like it happens pretty instantly at the start. That's my little update. So it's a couple of days later, and last night I did sit and finish The Last Passenger by Will Dean. This, I decided to give it 4.5 because it was just kind of crazy. It was such a wild ride. I feel like I have no idea how to describe what just happened. There's not a lot I can tell you with where this goes without spoiling bits. The last line of the book was kind of like, oh my god, no way. I just don't know how to explain it without giving anything away. I really liked our main character, Caroline. She was such a strong character and it was nice to learn about her backstory, and there's another character, Smith, that really grew on me as well. This had twist after twist after twist. It really had me gripped, and like, yes, it's 500 pages, which is quite long for a thriller. I was hooked every page. It was so easy to get through, like I flew through it. The chapters are so short, which I really liked. Like there's 130 something on 134 chapters, so they're really short. Some of them are just like 2 pages, you know, like 103, 104, 105, 106. You know, they're very quick chapters, and it was just like non-stop on the go, and I actually quite like that. I know I've read other books in this vlog, or at least the first one, No Escape, where I quite liked that it wasn't just like a thriller, it was kind of more just like life. This, you kind of have to suspend your reality, like belief in reality. Is that the phrase? I always get that wrong. You kind of have to forget that this probably wouldn't happen in real life. No Escape felt really realistic in the sense it was just kind of following a group of people with their lives. It wasn't per se like meant to be the most, oh my god, shocking, thrilling thing, which I liked about that book. However, I liked in this one that it was just kind of ridiculous. But yeah, I just really loved the high pace of this, and definitely want to check out more from the author to see if anything else that he's written is similar. I don't know, I think this might be his most recent release. It might be, I'm not too sure. But I want to say thank you to Rhiannon for giving this to me for my birthday last year. I'm glad I finally got around to it. I do really recommend this. Like I said, it's not the most realistic thing on this planet, and you kind of have to, yeah, suspend your belief in reality and just embrace the kind of craziness, embrace the wild ride you're on, and yeah, just go for it. Just, yeah, enjoy it. So to wrap up this kind of boat-based vlog, I know it was kind of not very good. I just wanted to enjoy reading boat-based books while on the Isle of Wight and going to the regatta. So as I mentioned, the first book I read was No Escape by Lucy Clarke, which I think I gave 4.5. I really enjoyed this one. This one features a sailing yacht. I then picked up The Crew by J.M. Hewitt, and I decided to DNF this one like 37 pages in or something like that. I just couldn't get along with the writing style, but this was on a super yacht. I actually saw a really cool super yacht. Actually, it was a Explorer yacht at Portsmouth the other day, and I got very obsessed with that and just was researching it. And then finally I read The Last Passenger by Will Dean, which I gave 4.5, and this is on a cruise ship. So 3 different boats, 3 different books, and varying success. We had 2 4.5s, which is very successful, and a DNF. So yeah, varying success, but a good time nonetheless. And yeah, I will be keeping both these 2 and unhauling The Crew. I had a great time this vlog and had a very nice summer over on the Isle of Wight. I went twice, and yeah, it was just a lovely time, lovely time. So thank you very much for watching. If you've made it to this point, if you've made it to the end, then please leave a boat emoji, any boat. The whole theme of this vlog was boats, so your choice on emoji. But thank you very much for watching. Please give it a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you're new around here, because I really do appreciate each and every one of you. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you soon with a brand new video. Bye.